Good morning, guys. This is take 2. Try number 2. The first try, Tony's package arrived and the dog started barking. So, there you go. We're going to talk about our food. The future of our food system can be quite frightening. We are talking about meat from animals that have been extinct for thousands of years. And we're going to have to register our livestock. There's going to be a ban on domestic animal husbandry. And these are the things we'll talk about. Let's start with New Hampshire House Bill 532. This is going to require New Hampshire residents to have basically a permission slip from the government when they give away kittens from a litter their cat has. So in order for Jane and Bob Jones to give the Smiths a kitten, they will need a permission slip to give it to them with the kitten. I cannot make this level of tyranny up. Seriously, I can't. This is insane. Insane. Now, I can understand having these big factory farms regulated out of existence because the environment these poor animals have to live in is horrible. It's ripe for diseases like mad cow and botulism. It's absolutely horrible. And nothing really has been done about it. There was a law, a lady in Colorado was trying to get in, called Kevin's Law. After her and her husband lost a 3-year-old little boy named Kevin, after he ate a burger at a Jack in the Box in Washington State. He got very ill, and he ended up dying from E. coli. That was one of the worst cases of E. coli to hit the news. It was absolutely heartbreaking, this poor child. But anyway, next on the block is a side of woolly mammoth. Yes, can you even imagine going to your Kroger and say, I'll have a pound of shrimp, 2 salmon steaks, and a woolly mammoth rump roast? Oh my God. The mammoth beast has been extinct for over 1,000 years. Why? Because it got to be a pain in the ass. He was leaving his crap everywhere, so the earth got rid of him. It's what the earth does. When you get to be a pain in the ass, it gets rid of you. Done. End of game. Now, this is going to happen. They're going to be taking DNA from bald eagles, woolly mammoth, and whatever else they can figure out how to dredge up, and be making in a facility that's going to be built in South Carolina. Woo-hoo! Jobs. No. There will be no full-time quality jobs. Unless you are management or you do contracting work for the IT equipment and the artificial equipment, while I and George Carlin would argue that most people would qualify for artificial intelligence. Anybody who's tried to have a conversation with someone lately, you will understand my point. You go to your local coffee shop, try to listen to people spouting these headlines and 2 or 3 sentences of an article that later on contradicts points of the first paragraph, but nobody bothered to read beyond the first paragraph. Yeah, this is why I would say the humans qualify as artificial intelligence. Christian Westbrook from Ice Age Farmer did a video on this, showing how it's going to be robots doing everything. Somehow, some way, these people are going to figure out how to put a tracking device in the head of us, Have these people even handled a head of lettuce? I mean, seriously, have they? I don't think they have. Because the idea, these numbnuts are going to try and track every piece of food, every green bean. It's completely stupid. Now, maybe every quart or bushel box, that's one thing to call USPC codes. What? Yeah, they've been doing that for years. Now, since this seems so stupid, it seems to be the stupider something sounds, the more likely it is to happen. Our next act of insanity by a state is Colorado wanting to ban animal husbandry. What that is keeping like goats for milk, which you can make cheese, drink the milk, you can make yogurt with, and all kinds of stuff. The state of Colorado wants to make that illegal. Yeah. Now, they were one of the first few states to take a progressive stance on legalizing marijuana. I have no problem with that. You might actually be able to have a real conversation with somebody after a couple of hits of a joint. I can hope, right? Now, where they've gone completely wrong is they want to force people to have to register their livestock like little dairy goats. What could possibly go wrong? I mean, I cannot think of one thing other than a billion things. But do not worry, the great, brilliant state of Colorado will ban animal husbandry, but you, my friend, you darling, will be able to go to rest up and say, Cheetos, Dr. Pepper, joint, Saturday night entertainment covered. So, let's move on to the next round out of the WTF, what the fuck column, is the rising number of children who are going hungry in this great nation. We have an election system which is clearly a joke. Anybody with a quarter of a functioning brain cell could see that. You got people like Trump, Bezos, and Gates get billions every time there is a bailout. The first $1 billion goes to all these bastards, these rat bastards. They are the problem, not the solution. Meanwhile, food banks across America, because of the live drill that Mike Pompeo tagged COVID-19 as, jobs have dried up, small businesses have closed, completely closed, and people are making more sitting at home on unemployment than they are working. Well, here's a thought. One, raise the minimum wage so people make more working than do sitting at home. And then, hey, make full-time quality employment available. You see, that's what the Soviet Union did. They made full-time quality employment abundant post-Stalin, because I know he used prison labor. I'm not going to deny that. But they understood you make this mandatory, and then you give them, benefits. So, if they need a little extra here and there, they got it. Now, but hey, don't worry, because the Rockefeller will save the day. Shit. I'm not really sure. Here's why. Rockefeller Foundation is owned by one of the oldest elite families in America. We all know these elites really feel about us. They hate us. We are just a bunch of low-income, low-IQ morons, barely deserving to polish their marble floors. From the beginning of all this insanity, For years, Bill Gates has said that people should not eat meat. Well, they should not eat meat from a factory farm. I won't argue with that one. But we should be able to go to our local farmer or rancher and work with them. That I'm all for. I would love to be able to do it. But it's going to be a forced vegan diet for us. Or you'll be eating cockroaches as an appetizer to Willie Mammoth's sauteed or deep fried asshole. There's possibilities, right? That they will push on us. The Rockefeller Foundation, they had a thing called Reset the Table. Now, I have a summary of it. I'm going to do a full video on the whole thing. We're going to go through it part by part. But let's just look at what the highlights of this freak show. The 3 major shifts. Integrated nutritional system. As if any more details are needed about that one, below will be that video that Christian did on the AI plus blockchain issues. Shift 2. Reinvigorate regional systems. Think Hunger Games on steroids. And number 3, the most important, the equitable prosperity throughout the future. Yes. As I read that, I keep looking for a 3-part harmony for bullshit. Here's the truth of it. If you're a farmer, you are in debt to them. You are okie dokie, and you grow all the crap they tell you to grow. You are going to be fine. Ace of spades here. However, if you have a brain and you can see through things, and you're not in debt, and you don't grow that crap, you're not going to be nothing. You won't be growing nothing. You certainly won't be a stakeholder in the prosperity bullshit scam. Now, I'm going to stop here. I will let you watch this. I will leave you a link to my WordPress site where I will have the full thing written out. And I will give you, like, just a small little taste of what you have here and what we have to look for in our wonderful vegan forced diet future.